Listen, before this video even starts, if you have a TikTok brain and your attention span is horrible because of TikTok and brain rot, this isn't the video for you, brother. This is an OG style cutcom from like 2016 where I just yap about a problem that I see in the Call of Duty scene. Let's get right into it. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another cutcom. Today we're playing Black Ops 6. And before we move on, you should hit that subscribe button and I don't know, boys. Today I just wanted to like hop on the mic and just kind of talk about like why Call of Duty YouTube has changed, where I see it going in the future, why it just doesn't feel the same anymore like it did in like 2016 or even before that, like 2012 all the way up until like 2017, I'd say. And it's just totally different now, and I kind of want to dive into that today. And when I make these cutcoms, I want them to be a conversation. So I want to know your thoughts down in those comment section below about everything that I cover in this video. This dude's PS4 is about to explode. I don't know, man. The whole discussion around like how Call of Duty YouTube is just so different now. It's been on my mind for a while. I just got absolutely pooped on immediately, but it's been on my mind for quite a while now. And I'm always thinking like, why is the content so much different now? You know, because back in the day we had creators like, you know, the OG FaZe Clan boys and other creators like that. And it was very personality driven. Content wasn't the focus. The person making the content was, and it's just not this. It's not like that anymore. And I'm just really curious as to why. As for myself, I like personality driven content. You know, I'm not one to like just the crazy, you know, meta spam driven content.
So you're just playing.
But maybe I'm just crazy, and maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just too much of an unk and I don't understand that there's a whole new wave of new creators and new, you know, people that make content out there. And maybe that's just not what they want to see. Maybe TikTok and Mr. Beast has just changed YouTube as a whole, and nobody wants to hop on the mic and listen to some idiot talk about random stuff for 10 minutes like I'm doing right now. I don't know. I just remember when cutcoms were like the peak of YouTube. Like everybody wanted to make them. If you were a Call of Duty YouTuber, you were making like cutcoms or just random gameplay videos with you talking behind the cam. And it really made us get to know you as a YouTuber. Like it made us know you as a creator. Like, I mean, people like FaZe Jev, who's still going strong today. You had Nate Shot making, you know, those extreme gameplay clips and stuff like that. You had Scump, Sweatband, and that dude's still doing that today though. That's actually kind of crazy. I flashed. Gee, mini Christmas. I just feel like people stopped making Call of Duty content for fun and started making it to perform, or because they thought they were going to go pro or something in that regards. Like everybody felt like they needed to be the best at something, when that's not really the case. Like sometimes I just want to see somebody who's just having fun on the game. You know, I don't always want to see somebody sweating their nuts off every single time they jump on the sticks. But maybe I'm in the minority and that's not what the majority wants when it comes to content on the tube. And maybe that's why content like mine, just whenever I make these cutcoms, it just doesn't work as much or something. I really miss when I could know my creators. I like the main YouTubers I watch nowadays is Jev, T-Dog, a few others sprinkled in there, because they make very personality driven content. It's not so much about what you're doing in the video. It's more about the experience that you're having in the game with you, if that makes any sense whatsoever. So like when it comes to Jev, he's always making cutcoms still like today, and he's always playing random games. It's not even necessarily just Call of Duty anymore. And when it comes to a creator like T-Dog, like, yeah, sure, he has like challenges and stuff in said videos, but he's also almost like experiencing those older Call of Duties or even the new ones with us at the same time. And it's not necessarily just about the game he's playing. It's about the experience that he's having in that game. And that's a big difference from a lot of creators that I see on the platform. I'm not downing any creator, by the way. My content, listen, they're bigger than me. My content is a dying breed. I know that very much so. Okay, this guy is just sitting back here. You need to go. I even notice it when I just turn on YouTube. Almost every single thumbnail that I see almost looks identical. They all look the same. And that's probably because they work. I'm not gonna lie, but it's just so much different now. I don't see a lot of differential between different creators. And I don't see a lot of like difference between creators anymore. Almost all the thumbnails, they almost all look the same. It's crazy to me, because I used to be able to look at a FaZe Rain thumbnail and know instantly, okay, this is a FaZe Rain video, even if he didn't have his face in the thumbnail. The difference in personality between each creator is what I'm missing from these guys, because there's almost been like a homogenization of COD creators, and maybe that's why Call of Duty content just doesn't perform like it used to. I don't know if you guys remember, but Call of Duty content used to be the literal top of YouTube. It was everywhere. It's how a lot of creators got their start and transitioned into something else, which I'm very curious on why did they stop making that kind of content? Is it because they made it for so many years and it just got boring, or what? Either way, I'm gonna keep making content like this just because it's what I watched growing up. It's what I always dreamed of doing. I always dreamed of just hopping on the sticks for 10 minutes. Listen, boys, I'm trying out this new Game Sir controller. All right, I haven't got my settings dialed in on it yet, so I got my ADS sensitivity turned down a lot just so I can get comfortable with it. Don't flame me that hard in those comment sections. Back in the day, it was almost like Call of Duty was the background. It wasn't necessarily what the main thing was going on in the video. It was almost like it wasn't even important. Like, they could have put anything on in the background, but they chose to put Call of Duty in the background because Call of Duty is what's fun. And they always told like stories or had some sort of thing going on that they wanted to talk about. It's very cool. It was such a special way to tell stories. But listen, I'm not very good at telling stories. I've tried. I need to get back to making that style of content again, but I'm really enjoying making these retrospectives, so I'm not done with that yet. But I also especially for Black Ops 7, I really want to dial in some cutcoms more in those videos because they're not done enough. I feel like it's such a missing area of YouTube now, and I notice that every time I upload one of these videos, a lot of you guys are like, hey, please make more of this. It's very chillaxing, it's very relatable, and I'm like, okay, you know, I'll try. So if you're new here, you should hit that subscribe button. We upload videos almost every other day, sometimes 3 days. It's just whenever, you know. Maybe in 2020, you know, 6/ you know, Black Ops 7, we need to try something new as creators. Another Maelstrom shotgun, brother. Are we serious? But this is just a message to like all my other creators out there. If there's ever been a time that you wanted to switch up your content or try something new, let's be honest, Black Ops 7 is not getting the hype that, you know, we all want it to. So I think this year for content, especially Call of Duty content, we need to try and build some of that hype ourselves. We can't always just rely on the game or our stats in the game that is said to be really popular. I think, brother. Okay. I think we need to try and develop our content ourselves and not necessarily rely on the game, like I said. I don't know, let's try something new this year. At least I'm going to. I mean, this has been the kind of content I've been making for a while now. So, and I suck at it. So maybe it's a sign, bro. Maybe it's a sign that I need to just follow the norm and start making meta videos and all this other stuff, but it's just me. Hello, buddy. But I just remember in Black Ops 2 specifically, you know, kind of what this game is framed after. That kind of content was never about best class. Like, there was a couple class setup videos. Obviously, that's always a thing in Call of Duty. It's always been a thing in Call of Duty. It's never not going to be a thing in Call of Duty. But it wasn't the only thing that people relied on. You know, other people were looking forward to just seeing trolling videos or just goofy kinds of videos that nobody really, but maybe trolling videos need to make a comeback. You know, it's hard to do. It's hard to do when there's comms bans and you can't really catch everything that everybody's saying, but I feel like it could still work, especially today. You know, like, how many times have I said like in the past 5 minutes? Get out of that corner, buddy. Are we serious right now, brother? But yeah, boys, I don't know. This video is kind of just a lot of like 7 minutes of me yapping, but that's fine. Listen, I understand if you don't have the retention to sit here and listen to some idiot talk on the mic for, you know, 15 minutes or however long this video is going to be. But yeah, I don't know, boys. Let's try and switch it up this year. If you're a Call of Duty creator, let's switch it up this year. Let's make some OG style content. But hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you guys did, be sure to drop a like, subscribe, leave a comment below, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.